isn't a dream, is it?
No. Over here.
I thought I was having another dream.
What do you mean, another dream?
I've been having all these dreams where I wake up in your arms and everything's right with us again.
I've been having the same fantasy.
But this isn't a dream, right?
No. This is all for real. From now on, we'll do all our dreaming together.
I love you.
And I love you. Forever, ever, and ever.
Mother, I know how awful this is for you. But Dr. Tyler died doing the thing he loved most, helping people. In the hospital where he devoted so much of his life. And you know how much the clinic meant to him. You know how happy it made him to be associated with the clinic.
It's just that he worked too hard. He overextended himself.
But that's the way Dr. Tyler was. He just loved giving to people and helping others. And his memorial is going to be just packed with people whose lives he touched.
Charles was the finest man I ever knew. I was blessed to have him.
And he was blessed to have you. He loved you very much. You made him very happy.
Sweetheart, I love Charles with all my heart.
I know. I'll get it.
Erica, I was devastated when I heard. It's as if part of me was gone.
I'm a gambler, I'm a long way from home. And if you don't like me, then leave me alone. I eat when I'm hungry, I drink when I'm...
Where's Erica?
You know, you got a key, dummy. Why don't you use it?
I didn't use it because I don't live here anymore, thanks to you, scum.
Simply got to post bail, Donna, and get out of here. Have you managed to come up with anything?
Oh, I've been trying. I really have. But I just keep hitting dead end after dead end. I even applied at the bank for a loan to raise the money myself. And you know how they are. It's going to take forever to process.
You know, this is all Adam Chandler's doing. I am sure it is. He's trying to hurt me through Timothy. And he's succeeding. I couldn't sleep at all last night thinking about Timothy. I just want to feel him in my arms again and talk to him and sing to him. You know, I woke up this morning and I couldn't understand how he hadn't awakened me yet, wanting his bottle, and then I realized where I was. I don't think I can take the separation much longer. I really don't.
Oh, Natalie. Chin up, okay? You just hang in there a little while longer. We're gonna get you out of there, and soon.
Donna, I pray a miracle happens. I really do. I've got to go. My lawyer just got here. Listen, I'll talk to you later. Thanks again for everything, and give Timothy lots of hugs and kisses from me.
You know I will. Now, you take care and try not to worry.
I'll try. Bye-bye. It's bad news, isn't it?
Now, I spoke with the family court judge. And it is possible that if you're convicted and sentenced to a long prison term, that in the case of a child Timothy's age, it is possible the courts might move to terminate parental rights.
Terminate?
He could be put up for adoption.
That is inhuman. They can't do that. I'm not guilty. I had nothing to do with that, Robert.
But the judge might not accept your story.
He has to. I was set up, and you know it. Now, I will not let anyone take my child away from me, Amanda. I will not allow it.
We're at the mercy of the courts, Natalie.
As long as I have breath in my body, no one will take my child away from me.
Ross, why didn't you tell me that Natalie was arrested? That she spent the entire night in jail on some trumped-up charge?
Who says it was trumped up?
Oh, come on. I know Natalie. She's not going to get involved in anything like that.
Oh, you don't think of her as a saint, do you?
How could you and Palmer refuse to pay her bail?
Well, I see Myra's been a little busy bee, hasn't she?
Oh, stop that. I should never have had to find out from Myra in the first place. Please, you've got to tell me what's going on here. Help me understand. I mean, after all, Natalie has spent a lot of time and effort and energy helping Palmer walk again.
He isn't walking yet.
Well, he had a breakthrough, didn't he? That never would have happened without Natalie. Come. What is going on here? How could you turn your back on her after her loyalty to both...
No, wait, just a minute, will you please? First of all, it has nothing to do with you, okay? And I see no reason she has anything to do with this family. Now, can we please just drop it?
Oh, there is something really wrong going on between you and Natalie.
What is that supposed to mean?
That means that I know you. You don't have this kind of hostility towards anybody without good reason. Please don't shut me out. Tell me.
Well, you said so yourself, didn't you? I mean, she had him on the verge of walking, and then she quit. That's good enough reason. Now, Ellen, please, stop. It's nothing to do with you. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So Erica tossed you out on your butt, huh?
Erica and I are no longer together, and you are the direct cause.
No, buddy boy. What caused you to lose Erica was that damned holier-than-thou attitude.
Oh, is that how you turned her against me? Feeding her a lot of baloney about my ideals being too sacred? Too lofty for her?
You just back up, pal. I risked my neck trying to help her bust you out of prison. Why do you think I'd do something like that? Because I'm your enemy?
Sure, you went along with it. Use it to make your own points with Erica. Big hero, coming to the rescue of his best friend, right? And then using it for your own advantage to get your best friend woman away from him.
Well, if that's the scenario you want to use...
You're damn right. It is my scenario. You had a thing for Erica since day one. And now that I'm out of the picture, you think it's going to be smooth sailing, right?
You're right about one thing, buddy boy. There isn't anything in the world I wouldn't do to help Erica out.
Erica is confused. She's been through an emotional ringer. But when things come down, the love we had will surface, and I will win in the end.
That may be a long time coming. The way things are happening around here, that might even be a cold day in hell.
Let me tell you something, Matt. I always get what I want. That is the one thing you never understood. You're a loser. A professional loser. I'm going to get out. I'm going to find her. And I'm going to win her back.
Why don't we tell Bobby how it all happened?
I love that story. Especially the helicopter.
Me chasing that train.
I pulled the emergency cord. I can't believe I did that. Those people must have hated me.
I'll never be able to take them on a train again.
We. That has such a wonderful sound to it.
Doesn't it? Oh, how could we have wasted so much time?
We'll make up for it.
Yeah. It may take a long, long time.
No, we have to get back to Pine Valley sooner or later.
I think later sounds good to me.
You're a very bad influence.
I'm very much in love. I think we deserve the time together.
How sweet it is to be so much in love. But I gotta clean the room sometime.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hunter. Mr. Chandler's not here at the moment.
He is there, and I'd like you to put him on the phone, please.
All I can do is leave word that you called.
Would you please stop playing this stupid game? I need to speak with him.
I can take a message.
You can take a message. Well, this is ridiculous. Oh, yeah, you sound like a puppet.
I'm very busy, Mrs. Hunter.
I am not an art thief. Do you understand? I was set up. Now, please, put Adam on the phone. It is urgent.
I'm sorry. I don't know when he'll be available.
They are trying to take my baby away from me. Do you have any idea what that means? Have you no compassion at all?
I'll relay the message. Good day, Mrs. Hunter.
Is she in a bad way?
I think we've got her precisely where we want her.
Good. She'll do exactly what I want her to.
Damn him! Damn him, damn him, damn him!
Nat?
Oh, my darling Timothy. Timothy, sweetheart, my sweet baby. My sweet baby. Oh. Mona, I can't tell you what a shock this is. It's so sudden. Charles never had any heart trouble that I knew of.
Well, at least he died without suffering, and we can certainly be thankful for that.
Well, he worked too hard. When he retired, he should have just spent more time and leisure instead of throwing himself back into that emotional maelstrom.
Charles died doing the work he loved the most, Phoebe. And I'm very grateful for that. If he could have chosen, this is what he would have wanted.
Were you able to see him before?
Yes. Joe called me immediately, and I got there, and I was able to take his hand and tell him how very much I loved him.
Oh, Mother, don't do this. Don't talk about this.
I'm
It
all
hurts
right,
too
I'm all right, darling.
I understand your grief, Mona. I certainly do. course, I had Charles during his prime years, when he was at his best and when he was so very happy.
Well, of course, he was even happier in his later years, Mrs. Wallingford, when he married my mother.
You know, that, of course, that there's a memorial at Grace Church, and I do hope you'll be able to attend.
Yes, I know, Mona, and indeed I will be there. And I've also arranged to have a post-memorial gathering at my home, where Charles spent his happiest years.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Well, I just felt it was appropriate. I do, after all, have much more space and, well, more commodious surroundings.
I appreciate your offering, but we will be having the gathering here in my and Charles's home.
But it's so cramped here. I mean, you couldn't possibly accommodate all those people.
Well, we're not having anyone but immediate family and some very, very close friends. We've cabled Lincoln Kelly, and we've called Chuck, and I do hope that you will come too.
Well, as you've already made your plans.
I do appreciate your offer, and I respect it. And I respect all of the years that you and Charles had together.
Thank you, Mona. Well, I really must go. I'll see you both at the church.
Yes, well, thank you very much for coming, Mrs. Wallingford.
Quite welcome. Oh, Jeremy.
Mrs. Wallingford.
Goodbye, Mona.
Right.
Erica.
Jasper has laid out your clothes for the memorial service, and I think probably you should start getting ready.
I'm not going.
Palmer, you must. Dr. Tyler wasn't just your doctor all those years. He was your friend.
Yes, I appreciate that, and I'm very sorry that he's gone, but I don't feel like a funeral today.
Oh. Well, maybe they can accommodate you and change the day.
And I don't need your sarcasm either.
Well, I don't need your grumpiness. Just because you're missing your nurse.
That was the farthest thing from my mind.
Oh, Prue, then why are you going through all these papers trying to find some kind of news of Natalie?
I am checking the financial pages.
You're worried about Natalie.
Why should I worry about her? She brought this mess on herself.
Are you sitting there telling me you think she belonged to some international art theft syndicate? For heaven's sake, she's gone all over this town trying to find a job, some kind of employment to support herself and her child. It's ridiculous.
It is a bit far-fetched, isn't it?
Of course it's far-fetched. She'd never jeopardize herself, and certainly not that child.
I don't know what to think, Myra.
I know what to think. I think you miss her. I think you miss her very much.
Oh, Timothy, did you miss me? Huh? Oh, did you miss me? Oh, I miss you so much. Oh, yes, I surely do. I miss bathing you, and I miss feeding you, and I miss rocking you to sleep. What you looking at? Isn't that pretty? Oh, you look wonderful. Donna's taking good care of you. Do you know you are even more handsome than the last time I saw you? Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, Donna, thank you. Thank you so much. This is the best gift anyone ever gave me.
Well, what did your lawyer say?
She says there's a chance I might lose Timothy.
What?
Oh. If I'm convicted, oh, sweet, and I'm sent to a long-term prison, the court could put Timothy up for adoption.
No, they can't. You're his mother. You got rights.
Well, if I'm convicted, I lose my rights. Donna, listen to me. Please promise me you won't let them take him away. If they come for him, you run. You run. Someplace where they can't find you. Please promise me you won't let them take him away from me. He is all I have. And he needs me. You have got to protect him, Donna. You have got to.
They didn't go for it, eh?
Darling, they won't go for any more extensions.
What about Erica's offer to increase it by 10%?
Wouldn't even listen. They're tired of being maneuvered. They don't want no more changes. They want to move into the house as quickly as possible.
That's going to be rough on her.
I know. I dread telling her, too, now, especially with her stepfather, you know. It's not going to be easy.
Maybe you won't have to. Listen, I think I've got a solution to this whole problem. Get over here right away, and I'll fill you in as soon as you get here.
Oh, well, darling, don't move, and I'll get there as soon as I can. Bye-bye.
Mona, I am deeply sorry.
Jeremy.
There's anything I can do or say to be of help?
Your coming over is very helpful.
He was a fine man. I've never met anyone that I like more than Dr. Tyler.
Perhaps you'd like to come to the service, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I wish that there was some way that you two could resolve your differences.
Thank you, Mona.
And now, you have to excuse me. I have to get finished dressing. Thank you.
Sure. If there's anything I can do for helping you?
No, nothing. But I do appreciate the thought.
I'm truly sorry, Erica. I know what Dr. Tyler meant to you.
I thought I told you that I don't want to see you again.
I didn't come here to burden you. I came here to offer you my sympathies.
Which you have done.
You're upset, probably not thinking clearly.
Oh, I have never been thinking more clearly in my life. Now, will you please leave?
Perhaps another time?
No. No, there will be no other time. You are out of my life. I don't want to see you anymore.
I can't accept that, Erica.
That is not my problem.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is something you can do for me. You can leave town.
Erica.
Your presence here is extremely uncomfortable for me.
Erica, there's nothing I would ever do to hurt you.
No, you can't hurt me. But if you stay, I might have to run into you and see you again. And the thought of that makes me sick.
When there's such hate, usually it means that there's still an emotional attachment.
The only emotion I feel is total disgust, forever thinking that you were worthy of my love.
These are very hard words. And what about Matt? Is he worthy of your love?
At least he's not a coward.
Oh, Erica, I don't believe you're saying these things.
Oh, believe it. Believe every word, because I mean it. You've paid your condolences.
All My Children will continue in a moment.
And just as we were pulling out of the train station, I looked out the window, and I saw Cliff running beside the train, screaming, "I love you, I love you."
Oh, honey.
And then I didn't know what to do, so I pulled the emergency cord. The train lurched to a halt, and then we kissed, and we made up, and everybody in the whole train was looking on. It was just like being in a movie.
Well, of course, it's a love story, honey. And then what?
And then we came to the Booth Bay Inn, and we've been here ever since. Cliff just went down to get breakfast. Larry, I can't believe it. I can't believe that we are back together again. I'm just so happy.
I'm so happy for you, honey. Of course, I knew all the time it would happen.
And it's partly because of you, because you kept on persisting. Listen, you have to do me a favor, though.
Don't tell my father, okay? Let me tell him when I get back.
Don't you worry. I'll keep control of Palmer. Give my love to Cliff, honey. And have a lovely reunion.
We will. We are. I love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, Esther.
Oh, Dr. Warner.
What?
Well, I'm glad to see you out of your room. Maybe now I can clean it.
Oh, no. Now's not a good time.
But...
Could you do me a favor? Could you open that door?
Sure. But when can I come? Oh, careful.
Oh, later. Much later. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Newlyweds.
Sorry I kept you waiting, Stuart.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. I just, I wanted to come by and see the painting that you were showing for me. And there it is.
Well, it's been creating a lot of interest.
Oh, that's nice. Jeremy, I saw Erica's press conference on TV, and I just wanted to tell you that I'm really very sorry about you two.
Yeah, well, these things happen.
But you two were really so much in love. Seemed like the real thing.
I certainly was.
I don't like that what's his name, Matt person very much. He's not nearly the man you are. Eric is making a very big mistake.
I think so, too.
You seem to be taking it very well.
I haven't given up, Stuart. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to gather myself together. And when I return, I'm going to win her back.
Oh, good. Good you can do it. I know you can.
I am what I am, Stuart. I haven't changed. And I don't believe Erica has either. I believe our love is still alive. When I return, I'm going to fight for that love.
Well, that was quick.
Oh, my dear. Is that all real?
Every bloody dollar of it.
Oh, well, what a beautiful sight. Where should we go first? Acapulco or the Grecian Isles?
Ooh, you're a woman after my own heart.
Yes, darling, it's not your heart that I'm interested in.
Yeah, well, we'll save that discussion for a long, cold winter night.
Oh.
In the meantime, let me take your coat.
Thank you.
And I want you to take this and get the house for me.
You're the buyer?
Anonymously.
Darling, you sure this is all real? You didn't run down in your basement and print it up this morning?
Oh, I earned it. Mercenary Days, tempo articles, and playing poker.
You must be one heck of a poker player. Darling, you're being very generous to Erica.
Well, I like the woman. I want to surprise her.
You know, your rather unorthodox offer may have come a little late, you know.
I'm sure you'll find a way to make it work.
Oh, what do you want me to do, darling?
Try a extra chunk of change to compensate those people for their extra trouble.
You're really going all out.
Erica's happiness is important to me.
Oh, dear. Bye-bye, Acapulco. I'll see what I can do.
Make it happen.
Ironic, isn't it? Erica used to be rolling in money. Now she's broke and you're rolling in money.
Yeah, well, I'm a gambler. Win big, lose big. Right now, I'm winning.
You certainly are, darling. In more ways than one. Lucky Erica.
Listen, not a word to Erica. I don't want her to get her hopes up in case a deal falls through.
Darling, discretion is my middle name. Oh, by the way, Matt, if things don't work out with Erica, why don't you just, come over and see me sometime? I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Bye, love. It was a lovely service, Mona.
Well, I'm so glad it was Reverend Finney. He and Charles were very close.
Well, it was very clear that he loved him very much.
I can't believe that he's gone.
You know, Charlie, he was crazy about you. Do you remember when you were little, how you and Charles used to go out and he'd fly kites with you?
Well, of course, that was in my day, when he used to spend so much time with us. Don't you remember, Charlie, dear? We'd sit in front of the fire with our hot chocolate, and Charles would tell all those wonderful stories when he was young.
Yeah, that sure was great. You know, he sure had some crazy times.
I remember hearing those stories when I was a kid.
And so do I. Do you know what really sticks in my mind? Is that training he gave me when I was going through my internship. Even now, I find myself, if I have problems at the hospital, I always think, I ask myself, how would my grandfather have handled this?
I do the same thing, Chuck. I often sought him out for advice, and he always was there to help me with any problem.
Chuck, he was so proud when you were made chief of staff at Louisville. He really was. It was marvelous.
Well, you taught me everything I know.
Excuse me for just a moment, honey.
Of course.
And, I'm so glad that you and Link were able to get here on time.
We're happy to be here.
I know. Oh, Mona, what a tribute to Charles to have such an enormous turnout. Well, it shows you how much he was loved and respected.
Oh, I think Uncle Charles was special to everybody that knew him. I really do.
I'm so glad that he was able to continue his work at the clinic until the very end. It meant so much to him.
Of course, I was the one whom Charles loved the most. We had so many happy years together until... Well, you know that story.
Yes, and I understand how you feel, Phoebe. But the truth is, those are private feelings of your own. They have no place here.
Well, it's true, nonetheless.
I prefer to think of Dr. Tyler's wonderful qualities. He was such an understanding man, and he was so generous. He certainly helped me out of a lot of scrapes, I can tell you.
It was very magnanimous of him, especially as you were only his stepdaughter.
He cared about me, Mrs. Wallingford, and I cared very much about him. As a matter of fact, I'm the one who opened up the whole world to him.
Oh, now, really, Erica?
Well, it's true. The man was missing half his life until I just finally came right out and told him the truth.
Oh, here comes Charles. Oh, good, you're ready. And my, don't you look handsome?
Oh, so you think I can escort the most beautiful woman in Pine Valley? Did I get this tie straight? I had a devil of a time tying it.
No. Dr. Tyler, I really wish that you could have held on to the Tyler mansion. Then you and my mother could have thrown some black tie affairs that I could go to. Can't do very much in this little apartment.
Yes, we've enjoyed it.
Oh, Charles, look, I have to run upstairs just for 1 second to get my gloves. Would you get our coats, dear? I'm wearing the fur.
Well, I can't get too cozy because we ought to be going soon. Your mother tells me that she has fixed a nice dinner for you so you can have a pleasant, relaxed evening at home. Oh, and at 9 o'clock there is a good documentary on Channel 8.
I'm surprised anybody can tell you anything.
I beg your pardon?
It's really getting embarrassing.
What is?
Somebody really should tell you.
Tell me what?
You're getting hard of hearing. And right after that, he went right out and he bought himself a hearing aid. And after that, he was right in the middle of things.
Well, if that's true, Erica, I certainly give you credit.
It is true, Mrs. Wallingford. You can ask my mother.
Oh, Mona.
No.
Oh, I know how hard this is for you, but you have to remember the great happiness that you brought to Charles. You know, he was a different man after he married you. It was such a good marriage. The two of you had something rare and beautiful.
We certainly did. You know, there wasn't a day in our marriage when he didn't make me feel like a bride.
You are the woman I love, aren't you?
Oh, you know, I just can't believe it's going to happen. The dream we've had for so long is coming true.
Everything comes to him who waits.
You know, I've been wondering something.
What?
You're going to think me awfully foolish.
I think you're awfully beautiful. What were you wondering?
Well, You know, at the hospital, I've always been called Mrs. Kane. I wonder if I should...
No, no. No, I won't have it. They'll just have to get used to calling you Mrs. Tyler.
It won't be easy.
They'll have plenty of chance to practice while we're on our honeymoon.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Charles, I'm so happy.
No more so than I, my dear.
I'm really very grateful, Ruth. I have so many happy memories.
Oh, I remember Aunt Phoebe thought I was impossible when I first came to live with she and Uncle Charles. She was right, I think, but... Oh, Uncle Charles is very understanding. I tell you, I don't know what I would have done without him.
Well, he was a very gentle man. He was always ready to give a helping hand.
Yeah.
You know, I loved that he wasn't judgmental, you know? I mean, he used to say to me, Charlie, you know, there's two sides to a coin, you know?
With Mona's permission, I'd like to say a few words.
Oh, Joe, of course.
Just a few words about my dear friend, Charles Tyler. Remarkable physician and a wonderful man who was my role model ever since my first day at Pine Valley Medical. He never compromised his standards. He was always an idealist, always a humanitarian. And his passing will be deeply felt by all of us. Everyone who knew him was touched by him in some way or other. And a man like Charles Tyler will never be forgotten. His spirit will be with us always.
Thank you, Joe.
The whole thing was set up, and the man behind it was Adam Chandler.
That's Natalie's story, is it?
He did the whole thing to get revenge on her through her son.
What revenge?
Well, okay, I heard this very loud argument the two of them were having in her apartment the other day.
About what?
Well, I don't know that I couldn't hear the words exactly, but his voice sounded real threatening to me. So, see, doesn't it make sense that he would put this whole thing together just to punish her for whatever it was she was doing that made him mad?
She can tell that to the court.
She cannot tell it to the court, Palmer. She's got no proof. Besides, she is terrified that he's going to come after Timothy. That's what's worrying her most, is that they're going to take Timmy away from her.
They can do that?
Yes, they can do that. Palmer, that's why you got to help her. $5,000 is nothing to you. And Natalie really needs to be with her son. She's climbing the walls in that jail.
Well, it's very possible that he's punishing her because she's working for me. I've got her in some sort of bind. I mean, it's typical of the way he operates.
Well, does that mean you put up the bail?
Matt, I've told you a million times. Please don't eat in my living room.
I'm sorry. Erica, I'm also sorry about your stepfather. I know how much he meant to you.
Yes, thank you. He was a wonderful man.
How's your mom doing?
Awful. How do you think?
Listen, I know you're having a lot of trouble handling this, and I'm going to do everything I can to help you through it. I mean, if I'd have known sooner, I'd have been there right by your side. You know that.
Well, thank you. I believe you. I think you are actually there when I need you.
I always will be.
Thank you. I have to go and pack.
Oh, what for?
I'm taking my mother out of town for a few days. She needs to get away. She needs to have a chance to rest and a chance to deal with her grief.
What about the house?
Yes, I know. It's the worst possible time for me to go now. I mean, I might lose my house. But I can't think about that now. The other thing's much too important. My mother needs me.
Well, don't you worry about anything. I mean, I'll handle everything from this end. You take off. If we can't save the house, I'll move everything and put it in storage so you can deal with it when you get back.
Thank you.
I'd do anything for you, Erica.
You know something? I think it's good for me to get away, too. I could use a rest, and maybe when I come back, all my problems will be over.
They will be, Erica. That I promise you.
What? Wow.
You know, it's the same as always. It's like the time between us never even happened.
It never did.
No, I guess it's good. Because at least this way we know for sure.
I've known for sure. I've known ever since the day I first met you.
I am so happy.
Let's get married now.
Right now?
I mean, we'd have to get dressed, I guess, but...
I don't want to get dressed. I don't want to get out of bed.
Okay.